Hi, man like Venom and that.
Hi guys, it's your home slice, Dami Zane.
Well, today I want to unpick this whole Kanye West Drink Champs interview situation. Yeah, for anyone that's not aware, Noriega, and I don't even know the other guy's name, some DJ. They have this podcast that they do called Drink Champs, where they get celebrities on and they just talk realness, if you know what I mean, like real-ish. I was gonna swear, but man doesn't swear. And they had Kanye West on, and that gassed me for so many different reasons. One, it was my last day of work and I had nothing to do, and this 2.5 hour interview with Noriega and Kanye West, or Ye, I was like, yes, perfect. Anyway, Kanye came on and he gave us the best of classic Kanye West and crazy Ye for 2.5 hours straight. Damn, what are you saying?
I'm gonna be real, yeah. I love Kanye. He's got that artist arrogance about him.
For sure.
Yeah, so he's got that artist arrogance thing down. Like, he calls himself a god. Yeah. So for that reason, I was kind of like, I don't even know if I want to watch this interview, and it's like 2 hours and 20-something minutes long. Do I really want to hear Kanye talking about himself for this long? But I still watched it anyway, so I obviously gave it the time. I actually enjoyed it. I was surprised that I enjoyed it. Obviously, the stuff that he was talking about, like when he was referring to himself and other artists as gods, I was a little bit like, Kanye. Like,
you know what? I don't even remember that part.
I know it was very subtle. Cause the thing is, yeah, because I'm saved, I'm very I pick up those things. I'm very sensitive to those things. People might not believe that I'm saved because, you know, last episode I was talking about try before you buy, but only God can judge me. So
exactly.
So I'm very sensitive to those type of things. So I was like, okay, Kanye, that's blasphemy. Okay, Kanye, that's blasphemy. But he was talking some facts in there. There was gems in there, which made me remember the Kanye that I liked and loved. He's very about, I got the sense that he's very about community, and he's very about artists taking responsibility for the black community and finding ways to further ourselves in the black community. And he was talking a lot about purpose, and the fact that as individuals we have a purpose that God has ordained us with. And I got the sense, well, my understanding from what he was saying was that artists have the purpose for artists is to do exactly that. So it's to like further our community, find ways to like break us free from white supremacy and stuff like that, which I'm down with, to be honest. So I really enjoyed that whole.
I thoroughly enjoyed that interview because, like, I've said before, but I'm a Kanye stan, and like it was everything I know Kanye to be, like the good, the bad, and the ugly, but all the bits that I actually love anyway. So it was lovely to see him talking now, as in more recently, as instead of like the old interviews that are good and long. It was good to see him now, and it was also good to hear like him take the piss out of himself in a lot of instances. He really like was aware of some of the crap, but it was hilarious. I was actually screaming, especially what he had to say about Big Sean and John Legend. That took me out. Man said, when I die, it should read on my tombstone, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean. Wow. And he said that, like, the thing is, they asked him so many techie questions and he did not hesitate on any of them. And some of these answers were just too much.
The bit I liked, the bit that cracked, like, I didn't realize how much of a sense of humor Kanye had. Like, he's got bands. And the bit that made me laugh was when he was like, how he must have texted, sent a group chat out to Jay-Z, Kim, and they're name dropping people. And he was like, just to let you guys know, I make more money than all of y'all, like combined.
Not even make more. I'm worth more than everyone in this conversation I'm worth more than combined.
All of y'all. Jay-Z, you know, is in the chat.
Mad.
Man said he's
mad.
He's worth more. I thought that was so funny. It's so typical Kanye, because his arrogance is...
It's next level, but like I say to everyone...
It's unmatched. Nobody has arrogance like Kanye.
You know what, yeah? Just to hark back to previous conversation where we was talking about Will Smith. Will Smith is more of a safe icon, where I feel like a lot more people could use Will Smith as a role model because he's a lot more normal for people to digest. But Kanye, on the other hand, he is my role model because he's not normal, and he is so extreme that it's like, if you just take a pinch of Ye, you're gonna be good, man.
The thing about Will, which I think I said last time, was Will gives you the whole I'm profound vibe, like wise uncle vibe. Kanye gives you crazed artist who is consumed by his art vibe. So if I was gonna write a story, write a book, or even like write a play or a film or something, Kanye would be the like typical, like I said, crazed artist, the person that's like so consumed in their work and they think their work is the greatest thing ever, and you know, they eat, sleep, breathe their art. And that's how he talks about it as well. So he's very much like, I'm in charge, I'm the lead. He's like, I'm the leader. He kept saying it, I'm the leader. Like, I'm that guy in all parts of my art. So it's not just music and producing. Like, when they asked me about the verses thing, they're like,
that was, oh my God.
He was like, we're gonna have to have a series. We're gonna have to have like
the verses was a moment.
He was like, 5 different. We're gonna have to have a producing verses. We're gonna have to have a rap verses. He was going off.
But that was the best bit. That
he
was
even
when
tried
I
to
was
say
like,
he can
yes,
do. He was even
tell
like,
them.
He was even like, I'll be the first person to do a verses against myself. This album against that album. I was like, Kanye, really?
But I was like, tell them, blood, because it's so true. When it comes to rapping, he's up there. I'm not saying he's the best. For me, Ken is the best, but Kanye's up there for rapping, and then for production, he's up there. And then for fashion, he's up there.
He deserves his accolades. I give him that.
He said, yeah, if you want to do a versus me and Drake, I'm there. But realistically, you should have 4 man against me because man does bits. Don't try to just call me a rapper, blood. I was like, yo, he is not lying. He's not lying.
I thoroughly enjoyed that interview because
I loved it, man.
We got to see Kanye for who Kanye is, not what the media wants you to think Kanye is, not the Kanye talking crap on Twitter, the Kanye's gone crazy, he's having an episode Kanye, which he kind of even touched on. He was like, when I start telling the truth, people start saying that he's crazy, he's gone crazy again, and it's not that. I really liked just being able to hear Kanye talk and be chill in a chilled environment, drinking his Henny.
Even the drinking and the smoking, I was
drinking
like,
drinking his Henny, smoking his spliff.
Give it a second.
And just talking. It was so nice.
It was lovely.
I really enjoyed it.
But you know what? There were so many little things that like I picked up on that made me think, rah, man, this is just a moment. Even when he said, he spoke to Noriega and they agreed for him to come down, and he said, raw, and then he came with no security, and Noriega had to go send security.
He was like, if something happens to you here, we're gonna have to kill. We're gonna have to.
Yeah. I was like, this is how Ye's moving. He literally trying to be out of it, like he's just out of the. He's just out. He feels like he outside of this world. How this world operates, he's just outside of it. He's above it. That's what he thinks.
This is very controversial, but it's me. That me saying when I'm not controversial. I feel like American artists not behave like Kanye, because Kanye is a different league of ego. But they like to move a bit like they're outside the. I don't know how to explain it. Like
The upper echelon.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, it's almost like I'm up. We're away with the fairies. Like Kanye talking about not having a dress, so basically being a nomad.
Yeah. I don't have a house. I have a home.
I don't have a house. I have a home. He was like his little portable
rucksack. Yeah,
rucksack. That's his house. He wants to live the type of life where everywhere he goes, he doesn't have to do nothing. He was talking about the whole not having underwear. And Balenciaga was like, "Cool, we'll handle your underwear for the whole time that you're here in Paris." And it's such a typical. To me, I was like, this is so American because I feel like American, not even just people, because I've got cousins in America. And
what, your cousins aren't people? What do you mean?
Not like that. Oh no, I just realised what I said. They're people, but the way that they think and the way that they talk and the way that they see themselves is so different to how we are here in the UK. Like,
Americans are different.
Especially like most of my cousins that I'm close with anyway are in New York, or they grew up in New York. And so they've got that New York vibe about them. But when they talk about things, it's very like, everything's got to be profound. Everything's got to be like, I figured out life, man. I figured it out. This is what it is.
I cracked the code, bro.
The code. Even if they're not saying it like that. Even if they're not saying explicitly that, you know, this is what the world is. But they talk in this like profound, very like it's like they see themselves outside of themselves, if that makes sense. Whereas like with us, we're not, I don't think UK people are like that. I don't think we think like that. So even though Kanye was like referring to the world as like a game or like talking about it, he was talking a lot in parables about what the world is and like, you know, what our role is in everything. And I was just thinking, okay, yeah, he's talking like how a lot of these artists talk. Like when you listen to Beyonce and she's telling you her way of thinking about stuff in her interviews, she talks in a very profound way. It's almost like everyone's got to be woke.
But I mean, woke is a very American, New York even concept. I feel like it's very like Brooklyn and
everyone got to be woke. There's got to be. It's like they love conspiracy theories. Like it's got to be.
I love a conspiracy. Now I'm here with the conspiracy theories for real. But like, do you know what it is about? I don't know. Just going back to Kanye, I get it because he does chat so much fraff in between, yeah. But I feel like the strong points that he touches on, they're just so strong. Like even down to when because you know, like Drink Champs has a format. And he was going with the format, and every once in a while he just needs to do a yay moment and just say the stuff he wants to say, like on a platform. So then when he talked about Beanie Siegel giving him the name Yeezy, and then him owing Beanie money. Have you heard the follow-on from that story?
No, I'll be honest.
So obviously, because he said that on such a big platform, people have made sure that he was able to get in contact with Beanie. And he gave Beanie Siegel, or is giving Beanie Siegel, 50 million for giving him the name Yeezy and giving him 5% of shares in Yeezy, which is over $1 billion company. What? You can't. Like when people do things like that, you can't really question their integrity. Obviously, their integrity to normal situations, Kanye is questionable. But in terms of his morals to do with what he's made, no, he's very aware of exactly who's helped him and exactly what he believes he owes them.
This is why I really loved the conversation about him against Drake. Now, first of all,
not compare, bro.
I'm so glad you said that because I was about to say that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Everybody knows. Well, you know, I'm a Drake stan.
Hey.
I don't do fan for any artist, I'm not going to lie, because to me, I appreciate different artists for different genres of music and whatever and so forth, right? So I've never really been like, I'm crazy about so. What, Drake? I can't even exaggerate. I can't express it enough. He can't do no wrong, okay? That's Drake to me. But even me, when they had the audacity to ask Kanye if anyone's going to compare to if anyone's to say rival or whatever, who would they choose? And I was thinking, don't say Drake. It can't be Drake. Because Drake is he provides hits, yeah? He provides like club bangers, and I feel like he creates individual pieces. So when you listen to his album, it's not a collective body of art. It's just a collection
of bangers.
Of songs, of bangers. Right. It's not. Oh, there's a story. There's a flow. Like Kendrick Lamar, there's a flow. There's a story. You can follow each song. You understand. Don does the same thing, right? Most of Kanye's work is the same, actually. When you look at Graduation, you know, all of that, there's a flow, so it makes sense the direction they're going in throughout the whole body of work. Whereas Drake, it's just I'ma have started from the bottom. Now we're here alongside Tuscan Weather or whatever it's called. Yeah. And I should know the name of the song as a stand.
I know some stand, you know,
but I know how it goes, and that's what matters. They're not comparable in the way that they provide music, the type of music they do, the way that they rap. You can't compare the flow. You can't compare the production. It's just not comparable. They're not comparable. You can't compare
the people.
You can't compare the people. Their style. Everything's different.
Look at Drake with regards to, and I'm a Drake fan also, but look at Drake's even with regards to women versus Kanye with regards to his woman. You can't.
Drake is an F-boy. He's an F-boy with sweet boy rapping, but inside he's an F-boy.
Are you saying on the inside, but I mean on the outside? I feel like
Kanye said it himself. Kanye, the reason why, the thing I liked about that conversation is that Kanye gave Drake his props.
He propped him.
Nicely. He was like, he's selling records. He's done his thing.
He said this guy has done bits for this industry. He's moving the things forward.
He's doing his thing. And I was like, thank you, Kanye. Thank you. Oh, I was getting excited.
But to me, that was low key Kanye showing Drake just how much better than him he actually is.
I didn't see it like that. I just...
No. I say the reason why is because Drake could never do that. Not first, anyway.
Drake is a different type of artist, and this is why I liked that Kanye identified that, because Kanye was like, first of all, I'm a win, which I expected him to say, because if you ask Drake the same question, Drake will say,
he's gonna say the same answer.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think it would. The thing is, I think that they're both fantastic artists in their own right.
Of course.
Drake has sold billions. Do you understand? Like he is...
The sales for me is not the thing, man.
Hold on. He's sold a lot. He's become like a... He's a name. He's up there. He's a name. He's not...
Of course.
He's not... It's not like, there's certain artists out there that they've got such a niche, only a niche. Unless you're into that niche, you're not going to listen to them. Whereas you get artists...
I think that's... Personally, I think that's Kendrick.
Like, though. Kendrick. Even people like... when you think of people like Mos Def and all them man there, they have a certain type of hip-hop, certain type of rap.
They have a slice of the pie.
And certain... Depending on the type of flavour of hip-hop or rap you listen to, you might listen to them, you might not. You might be like, you know what, this is a bit too, like, it's not for me. Do you understand? Whereas...
A bit too woke.
A bit too woke. Whereas with Drake, because he provides bangers for the club, most people that listen to hip hop and or rap will have some sort of Drake song in their collection, and so for that reason, he is in his own right. He's up there. He's a big name. Drake is a big name. He's commercialized himself to the point where he's, you know what I mean? He's where he's at.
He's been commercial from the beginning. He didn't make no. He didn't make no concessions.
His first mixtape was not commercial material, I don't think.
Yeah, baby, you're my everything. Yeah, all I ever wanted.
Yeah, but when he started doing albums now and he cracked the code, he was like, I make bangers. I don't need to write. I don't need to write songs that make sense. I don't even need to write songs. I don't need to write it.
Yeah,
and I'm still make.
Well, I mean, there's that too.
Do you understand?
Yeah, no, he been commercial from the beginning.
He's been commercial, and he slaps at it. He slaps at it.
Yeah.
So because that's his type of music, you can't compare him to Kanye, because Kanye's vibe is not that vibe.
It's not. I feel like he's commercial by coincidence, even though it's not coincidence. But it kind of is, especially as we've gone further through his career. In the beginning, yes, he knew he cracked the cheat code, and he was making albums that were just both classic and also commercial.
And at the time that Kanye came out, the type of hip hop we were listening to at that time was slap bang in the middle. I wonder if you agree with me on this, but slap bang, it was the right amount of woke and commercialism.
Yeah.
Because it was like, what's that song? He did Selfish with, who was on that track?
John Legend, I think.
John Legend. Well, that's the hook. We're not talking about the singers.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the singing guys. Who else rapped on it?
Rappers on Selfish.
I'm pulling my phone out. Sorry, I gotta do it. I need to know.
You got to pull it up. Pull up.
I gotta pull it up because he was. I mean. Oh, hold on. Selfish. Right, Slum Village was on that. I thought so.
I was gonna say Slum.
Yeah, Kanye. It wasn't just Kanye. But even Slum Village, the type of music they do, is the woke type of...
Yeah.
So,
but then they're not...
And they're not popular.
They were in that time. Yeah, they were in that time, but they ain't doing their thing now. All of that kind of vibe is not even a vibe now. That was like the neo soul-ish vibe.
That's what I'm trying to say. But that's what Kanye came out with. Yeah, and at that time, that was the kind of rap we were listening to.
Yeah.
Okay, and this was before. I remember that those type of songs were coming out way before I was in uni. Drake, I remember hearing Drake's mixtape when I was in uni, so that must have been around 2008, 2009 or something like that. Yes, I'm that old. Black don't crack. So at that time, Kanye came out before Drake, way before Drake, in terms of rapping. Obviously, producing, he was there way before, because he was producing for Jay-Z and all that. But when he actually said, Joe, I'm going to be on the front of the camera now, I'm going to be the one on the track, he came out, I feel like he struck the balance correctly between soul, woke vibes and commercial. And that's what a lot of us enjoyed about Kanye. And then when he started doing his dark fantasy and I'm in space.
No, dark fantasy is his best work.
I don't know about that.
His best.
But when he started going down that line, everyone was like, "Oh, Kanye's a bit. He's not. I don't know."
No. Yeezus was where it went a bit left, but I enjoyed Yeezus. It was a different energy, but I enjoyed it. But dark fantasy, 100% his best work. But these guys are not comparable, and I really hope that Swiss Beats and Timbaland get on the phone and make that happen, because Kanye said it live, direct, in the flesh, as himself. If you want me on stage with Drake, tell the guys, I'll make it happen. I'll be there.
I don't think it makes sense to have a versus with Drake and Kanye. It doesn't make sense.
That would be the biggest verses ever.
Facts.
It would just be the biggest everything ever. So it has to happen. Everybody in the world will watch it. Everybody in the world will watch it.
It will get all the clout. No doubt. It will get all the clout. But what I'm saying is, because the whole point of verses is it's a clash of the music.
Yeah, of course.
So when Kanye is bringing out Testify, coming in the spot looking extra fly, what's Drake gonna drop? That is even the same.
This is the point. But
that doesn't mean that Drake don't have bangers. What I'm trying to say is it's not comparable. So I feel like they both provide fantastic music. But the
Drake,
vibe
don't
is
forget,
so
Drake been
different.
around for time. Drake's been around for time. 10 years.
What vibe is he gonna bring? Just for that song, and that's not even the best of. That's one of my favorites of Kanye's. It's one of my favorites of Kanye's. But what
when Kanye comes with Jesus Walks,
what's Drake's gonna what? Drake's gonna come out with Start From The Bottom, Now We Here.
Nah, you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? You
nail done, hair done, everything did. Do you know what I mean? But the thing is, that's still a banger.
It's a banger, but it's not comparable. It's not gonna happen. Even when Kanye drops harder, better, faster, because the diversity. That's the thing about Kanye. Kanye is really an artist. He's really an artist. There's gonna be tracks in there that are diverse. Things that shouldn't be hip hop, things that shouldn't be beats. But he was the guy that will always be, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna make sure they love it. Like, I'm gonna come with this.
I just feel like what I'm trying to get across here. Yeah,
I'm gonna make them party to Jesus. You did.
What I'm trying to get across here, yeah, is that Drake has bangers the same way that Kanye has bangers, but the type of banger, the type of song, the vibe is different.
It's way different.
They're so different that you can't compare. So what verses was it? What was it when they did? I don't even know if it was verses. Do you know over the pandemic they had? There's a radio station that was doing. They were doing their own little verses thing, doing 10-10.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. No Signal.
No Signal, right? And I remember I was tuning in because me and music, yeah, I love music so much. So I was tuning every week. I was like, yeah, tuning in.
I low-key feel like Swiss and Timbo actually saw what was happening.
I feel like they copied it.
I
feel like they copied it.
Just copied the thing.
Like, just copied the thing.
I'm not going to lie. I love them guys. But low-key, I know both of them still in it, so it is what it is.
I feel like that's what happened.
I feel like they saw a good idea and they got the connects and they made it. And because
they've got more budget in it,
they got connects.
They could do whatever.
They made it happen.
With that, obviously, it was people like yourself or myself picking songs where instead of the artist themselves coming along performing what they think is
yeah.
And there was one that I thought this makes sense to compare them. So they did. Who was it? It was. Why is the name gone out of my head? Who sang Big Mish? What's his name again?
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross. They did Rick Ross against.
2 Chainz?
Nah, you can't compare Rick Ross and 2 Chainz.
Didn't they do that in verses though? Who did?
That's it. They did Lil Wayne.
Okay, yeah.
But doesn't that make sense to you?
It does.
Do you see what I'm saying?
It does.
Or when they did WizKid against who's this? Today I'm tired, yo.
The memory is failing her, boy.
This is what shows my age.
Yeah, you see that old age.
Vibes Cartel and WizKid. It kind of makes sense. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, if you're gonna compare, right? If you're gonna do a verses for Kanye, you need to find someone that the vibe makes sense.
Yeah, but obviously these men have history, which is like similar to I think Dipset and Locks had history, like beefing, and then there was another one where people had history. There's a few where the people have history,
like Brandy and Monica, the shade.
Like Brandy and Monica, it's that kind of vibe. Like I'd say Brandy and Monica's music is actually kind of different still.
Yeah.
Even though they're both female black R&B singers, I think that their vibes are very different. But they had a little bit of beef, you know. Fun beef, but a beef nonetheless. And then now that's all the people want to see. They want to see that clash. But no one, or at least not no one, I think Jay-Z is the best person to go against Kanye.
I swear to you, I agree. Because when they were like, oh, who do you think? I was thinking the only person.
The only person. Because where Kanye produced for him, he's got tracks that sound like Kanye's old tracks. And then Jay-Z also innovative in his own way and went forward in his own way. So he's got some stranger tracks where that shouldn't be a banger, but it bangs. And then some classic stuff. He's the only person that should go against Ye. And Ye already said, nah, it's not happening, because it makes sense as well, because, you know what I mean? It don't make sense. It's just not damaging both of their brands, but it's just a pointless exercise for them.
Yeah.
But people just get carried away with Drake.
Who would you say that Drake can do a verses with? That makes sense.
Drake should do a verses with Big Sean. That's who Drake should do a verses with.
He will wipe.
He will, but then at the same time, I mean,
Sean off the.
He'll wipe him just because his songs are more popular. But like, he stole the same flow. They got the same flow. And certain times you could be listening to Big Sean and you'd be like, I swear that's Drake. Like, in terms of the flow and the voice is damn near indistinguishable at points and times.
Hold on. Did Drake steal Big Sean's flow?
Oh yeah, from back in the day. Like, Big Sean still uses the same flow to this day. Are you only just finding this out, or you're not believing me? Oh, okay.
Drake.
It's just one of the flows. It's just one of the flows.
Drake doesn't have his own flow.
Nah, if I play you, I'll find the video.
Sings.
I'll play you.
Drake sings. He doesn't have a flow.
Nah. There was a whole thing between them about this whole stealing the flow. Who came up with the flow first? It's got a name and all this.
I know.
I was like, bruh, I never even saw it, and now I can't unsee it. This is the same damn flow. It's just the words are different. Like Big Sean ain't got the good words, but Drake's got the good words. It's like that kind of vibe.
Drake's got the words. Do you remember when they used to compare Drake to J. Cole? It was like, that again doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't, because Drake really brought J. Cole through.
But they're two different types of artists.
They're definitely two different types of artists. But people try to compare J. Cole to Kendrick. I'm like, guys, stop it, please, because this is disrespectful to both of them, but more so to Kendrick, because like I'm a big Ken fan. And whilst J. Cole is very woke, I wouldn't even say that Ken is woke. He just... Like, I would say J. Cole is woke. I wouldn't actually say Ken is woke. He's just very intellectual.
Yeah, and the thing about Kendrick, I feel that his faith comes through in his music.
He don't shy away from it at all, but I love it, man.
That's the foundation of his music, is his faith. I respect it a lot.
You have to.
A lot.
Man's bossy with it.
Yeah.
Phew.
When you talk about being...
I need to go and play some Ken now.
Honestly.
But I'm about to.
But yeah, like I don't think it makes sense to do a versus with Drake and Kanye. Like even when I heard they were doing some beef, oh my days! Do you remember that bit when Kanye was talking about the way that Drake does diss tracks, and he was like, Drake is strategic with it. Drake
I know that
Drake does strategy. Drake he was like, Drake will be DMing your baby mama, your cousin's baby mamas,
all the females in your family, and I was like, right,
that's because he's an F boy. That's why. But then when he was like, even him just insinuating that he'd done something with Kim was enough for him. Yeah, was enough.
It's a disrespect,
and I was like, that's so Drake. Like, he's shady. Like, he's petty.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm not here for it.
I love it. It's entertaining.
I 100% was like, yeah, I get it.
What do you expect? Drake sings. He sing raps. So what do you expect from him? What do you expect from him? Did you expect him to come like Nas and really hard hitting? No, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna do. Listen, I'm a pretty boy, and what's she saying?
Not here for it.
So funny. Yeah, man. I don't think we can compare the two. I don't think the verses will blow because there's been beef between them recently. The albums came out real close together, and there's the whole CLB versus Donda situation, and I think it will just help their albums sell more or get more streams.
I don't even think they need that much help. I mean, Kanye's about to release his deluxe Donda album anyway.
Drake better not release no deluxe. He just needs to leave it where it is.
Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy it though. I listened to it the other day again. It's a strange album, man. It's definitely not my favorite, but that's a different thing.
I got a confession to make.
Go for it.
I don't love that album.
I mean, that's very believable. I haven't met anyone who is crazy about it.
Drake, I love
People
you.
play it, but I haven't met anyone that's crazy about it.
Drake, babes, I love you so much. Ride or die. I got hard for you, but CLB, in total, I've played it 3 times.
Damn. Even I played it more.
Right? 3 times. And I didn't play all the songs.
Damn.
So the first time I listened to the whole album, I was so gassed. I stayed up, waited for it to drop, listened to the whole album. Woke up, still gassed, listened to the whole album. The third time, I was like, yeah, I'll listen to this song.
And then you'd never gone back.
I ain't gone back. I had the feel. I played Drake since then, just not that album. So I'll go to like previous albums and play the whole thing. But that album, no. I'm sorry, forgive me. I still love you, but no. And I was going hard for this album. I was on Twitter at Dammy Zane. I was on Instagram. I was on Instagram at Dammy.Zane, talking the hardest. Donda's crap in comparison.
Why? For the little
CLB,
gigs.
Dude, I was going hard. I was really advocating. And I think, guys, I've played it 3 times.
Well, I guess that's that.
It's been good to get that off my chest because
you had to. It's confession. You had to.
I can't lie. I'm one of those stans that can see the truth, and that album is trash.
It's so. Well, it is what it is. I mean, you kind of just gave us the rundown of where we can find you, but do you want to say it again just so they can catch?
100%. So you can find me on Twitter, Dammy Zane, that's spelled DAMIZAIN, and you can find me on Instagram, Dammy.Zane, spelled the same way, so DAMI.ZAIN. Basically, I just like to share bants and stuff like that. I'm also a plant mom, so I share a lot of my content around that, and food as well, because I like to cook, so I like to share lifestyle stuff, basically.
Boom. And you can find me at wow. Might as well thinking where can you find me? You can find me on YouTube, Venom Music. You can find me on venom.com. That's VENXM, by the way. And you can find me on Instagram, venom.music. And I just do music, innit? I mean, I do so much more, but
And you've got a website.
I did the website.
Did you?
I threw it in there.
Okay, cool.
I did venom.com. We there. We there.
This home slice is a wing woman, so I'll shout out his music slaps.
Hey, slaps like damn, I ain't got a metaphor. It slaps like something that slaps really hard. That's what my music slaps like. Thank you. Yeah, man. So until the next one.
Peace.
Team Donda. Peace.
Team Donda, you know.
Let's say, I gotta go in there quick.
And there's me doing peace to it.
I know.
Don't respect me. I've only played Donda twice. Get that in there.